So how many of you remember that spoiled OnlyFans girl who was making fun of a cancer patient on her live stream a couple months back?
Don't be a pussy. Take off your wig, leukemia. You're fucking cancer. You're such a loser. Oh my god, I can't.
So yeah, that's a pretty horrible person right there. And then to make matters worse, she got her dad fired from his job after he was yelling at her sister during the back of one of her sleep streams. After getting her dad fired, she then called the police on stream, saying that she feared for her life as he told her to leave his house.
It doesn't matter. You stop streaming in my house. It just cost me my job.
Like, I don't have a chance to move. I have no internet. He is saying that if I don't leave, that I will be like, he is threatening to hurt me, and he's coming back in an hour, and I have to leave immediately or he will harm me.
After this, her dad took to his YouTube channel to absolutely destroy and dismantle his very own daughter in some of the craziest internet beef I've ever seen.
But Maya, you just started being an adult, and you've never had to pay for really anything in your life. You've never had to be responsible for bills. But that all ended last night.
This girl goes by the name Playmate Tessie, her real name being Maya, and since we last talked about her, she's dropped a ton of horrible music and still streams every single day here on YouTube. That is until her channel got deleted and she went on a long Twitter rant. And I don't want you guys to think she's shown much brain development. She continues the same thought process of calling people poor and broke, and saying some very horrible things about damn near every single person, all while also being delusional about her amount of fame and importance to this world and society.
Oh my god, look at that poor fucking running. Oh my god, runs like a fucking poor bitch.
And with all of that being said, it seems like she might now be getting her big break, her catch me outside moment if you will, because she has now appeared like a wild Pokemon on Dr. Phil, where all of the internet train wrecks seem to go to get memed into eternity. I swear if she somehow flips this and becomes the next bad baby, I will never forgive you guys.
How do you define famous?
Me. I knew I was born famous. A superstar.
And if you...
Jesus Christ, I'll never quite get over the sound of this chick's voice. She sounds like she's drunk and trying to sound out every single syllable. She goes on and on about how she was born famous and that she's known globally. And when Dr. Phil tries to call her out on having less than 10,000 subscribers, she insists it's a glitch in the YouTube system and the number is actually supposed to be 7 billion with a B instead of 7,000.
Do you know what the world population is?
I don't keep up with, the poors really.
I do have to hand it to her. She is a pretty damn good troll, because there's no way on God's green earth that someone could be this dense. Her and her dad went on Dr. Phil and put on quite the show. They're still beefing to this day, and in his words, she's still dead to him. He talks about how before she moved out, she was living like a pig, with trash, old food, and clothes thrown all over her room at all times, insisting on the fact that she would go days without bathing. She seems to hate him just as much, saying that he's full of shit and can't be trusted.
You say she's still dead to you.
All that's changed is 3 weeks have passed.
Seems like I'm alive.
And the whole time Dr. Phil seems to be going back and forth, but mainly siding with this girl Maya, and basically pointing out the idea that this guy is a bad father with anger issues. Both Playmate Tessie and her mom, which is obviously his ex-wife, accuse him of being abusive towards them both physically and emotionally. And even though he denies these claims, it doesn't make him look good when Dr. Phil decides to play the clip of him yelling at his daughter, aka the one that got him fired from his job.
Why ain't you listening to me? I told you several times, stop your attitude. It's not helping you. Has you getting pissy and getting on your mom helped you? Has it?
In that clip, he's calling his ex-wife a lot of horrible names. He does seem like a man filled with anger, or at the very least, a man who's deeply disappointed in his daughters. And in general, it seems like Dr. Phil blames this man for his daughter being such an out-of-control brat. He plays all of her racist clips back where she talks about Indians, Mexicans, blacks, Asians, and pretty much anyone to walk this planet.
You're famous for trolling?
Not necessarily. I like to be well-rounded. I'm famous for being beautiful, smart, having a really big brain. Like, I do trolling, I do cooking, I like to be well-rounded.
I think Dr. Phil, just like everyone else at home, was simply perplexed by her ignorance and can't quite tell if she's just trolling, playing a very stupid game where in the end there will be no winners, or if she legitimately has something wrong with her. I think she's just trying to have her Daniel Bergoli moments, but I don't think it worked. She just made herself look stupid, and honestly, so did the dad. And the idea of beefing with your parents publicly on the internet is some of the most modern day social media shit I've ever heard. Now I think her and her dad are both just clout chasers who want attention. But hey, I guess the apple didn't fall very far from the tree. And that's pretty much it. It's a whole lot of he said, she said, a whole lot of finger pointing, and quite frankly, I think it would be nice if we never had to see this mouth breather ever again. But either way, let me know what you guys think down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching, and I encourage you to go follow me on my social medias. That's at JAMARI Speaks on both Twitter and Instagram. And as you guys know, there's some other crazy ass people out here that need to get covered, so it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace!